Hey everyone, I'm Nato King. You probably don't remember me from my brief guest stint in kalonZombie's Lollipop Chainsaw LP. It's okay, I hardly remember it. But today, Juliet is Ash from the Evil Dead movies. As you can see, she's got the boomstick. I'm kinda disappointed that they didn't actually replace her hand with a chainsaw. But I guess that would have been more than they could do with a simple skin. The purpose of this video is mainly just to show what this costume looks like, and perhaps a little bit show some of the moves that Kalon didn't use a whole lot in the LP. It's probably my personal favorite, this horizontal spinning move. I can never remember the name of it, but I don't think the name is nearly as important as what it does. Now, Kalon said he doesn't like to have a lot of crawling zombies around, which is fair enough, but this move just destroys them. He uses that move plenty. Nothing special. But some of the moves are really, really expensive, and the ones that I'm going to show, most of them you can get pretty early on. In fact, I did get them early on, and they were the staples of my arsenal until some of the later, more powerful combos came along. So there's that kind of spinning drill kick. It's not great. It covers a lot of distance, but there aren't a whole lot of times when you're actually going to want to pull that out and use it. I think it's kind of weird my chainsaw went right through that guy. But there you can see the zombie grab, or at least one iteration of the zombie grab. There are actually 3 that I know of, and possibly more. I'll only be doing 2 of them in this video. I don't think there are any zombies in this first level that you use the 3rd pattern against. So the suplex that I was talking about in the video where I guested, she grabs a zombie with her legs, smacks him on the ground, and it's actually got a pretty neat area effect, so any other zombies that are around are going to get knocked down at the same time. There's a second one that we'll show later in the video, and the third one, I think it's just for bigger zombies, like the big farmers, for example, and the cops or firemen. Probably the football players, too, where she'll actually jump up on their shoulders and then stomp them to the ground. Not quite as impressive, I guess, but better than having to explain how she can grab them in her legs and flip them over. Kinda thought there were medals over that way, but nope. This is why I'm not very good at the game. And see, scenes like this where you've got crawling zombies coming in that already don't have legs, this is where that horizontal spin was made for. You just get a bit of distance, and you move pretty far. So it's got range. I just try to group them all together so I can hit 3 of them at once and get sparkle hunting. It's actually pretty easy to get sparkle hunting with this move. I say that because, as you can see, I do it pretty frequently. If something's not easy, I don't do it. And here we get a nice big group of zombies, most of which are on the ground at the start. There are definitely better moves to use for this than some of the ones that I use. But again, I'm trying to focus on the ones that weren't in the LP all that much. That one's the armadillo spin. It's alright, but again, it doesn't take their legs out from under them. And believe it or not, that's one of the big advantages of the horizontal spin, is that if you get them on the ground, you're pretty much hitting their heads with the full swing. This is my main strategy, really. Use the dodge to get a safe distance from them, then go in and sweep all their legs from under them. It looks like it's taking a long time. That may be because I'm on the hardest difficulty. May also be because it's just not a very good move. I think you pretty much have to play the game for yourself and make that judgment. Like I said, this move you can get pretty early on. If not the first level, then definitely in the second. The long chainsaw combos you don't get until near the end of the game. The big advantage to the zombie grab is you can put a zombie on the ground, and as long as you can get to it before it gets up, you can use the chainsaw slice, the downwards facing one where she cuts them in half at the waist, and it'll take most zombies down in one hit. Granted, it's not as easy to use as the butt bounce, but it's available, well, actually, yeah, I think the zombie grab is one of the last things you get in the game. But it's a bit faster to use. The butt bounce, you have to hold the square button for a few seconds and then aim properly. And you can't target while you're holding the button down. So you gotta target in advance. It's not as easy to pull off. The zombie grab, you just have to punch something with your pom-pom and then hit the dodge button. It's quick to pull off. You can do it at pretty much any time you want. And I haven't found a lot of things that aren't vulnerable to it. I mean, granted, there are plenty of zombies that'll just get right back up again. The butt bounce will take care of anything in one hit except a boss. But frankly, I think the suplex is more fun. And also gives me an excuse to play through pretty much the entire prologue in one video. It's short, there's not a whole lot to it, and that's pretty much the only reason I think I managed to get through it. I really don't want to think about what would happen if I tried playing any other level on this difficulty. Maybe the farm. Maybe I could do that, just because the boss is pretty easy. You can see Juliet's got the torn up jean vest there, or whatever it is. I don't think I've ever even seen Evil Dead 2. I watched the first one once, and of course I watched Army of Darkness when I was a kid. Mostly because I had a Doom wad that was just sounds that were quotes from that movie. Also, it turns out it's a really good movie. I mean, Bruce Campbell's kind of like a hero slash champion, I think, to a lot of zombie movie fans. And fans of all kinds of things. See, when you've got a situation like that, a bunch of zombies that are lying down and stunned, that move will just clean them all up. And there's the other takedown move. And if that zombie hadn't grabbed me while she was getting up, I would have taken her down in one hit. As it is, now I'm just kind of doing some weak combos. Missing with my attack. And the armadillo spin is actually surprisingly good against single targets. But we're done here. Although I'm kind of looking around because I'm convinced that can't possibly be it.
Glad you made it, pilot dude.
I cut out a bit of shopping. I didn't actually buy anything because I've got all of the moves. I think I may be one health upgrade short of having all the upgrades. And of course I've got maybe half of the costumes. There's a couple I haven't even unlocked yet. But here's the zombie grab in action. scissor takedown. She's still on the ground. Cut her in half in one go. And this was pretty much the strategy that I used for every one of my high scores. Just come in with a couple of slicing attacks, get a bunch of sparkle hunting credit. I guess it's really all I've got here. Most of the rest of this is just more me doing moves, attempting to target this zombie while I'm holding square. It doesn't work. And then I finally managed to hit her. I keep missing the timing for the combo where you can butt bounce straight into a chainsaw attack and take them down just like that. But any chainsaw attack while they're still stunned will work. That one's just faster. And then the long stretches make you wish you had the chainsaw dash, but you can't use it before level 2. Sort of sad, but I'm pretty sure the game has balance around it. And it wouldn't make much sense if they didn't even give you the ability to get the top score while you're going through each level the first time. I guess that's a case where the spinning drill kick kinda is useful. Getting some distance from a large group of zombies. The horizontal spin has a really, really big radius, which is great for large groups like this. You can do a ton of damage while you're moving through the crowd. So that's why I like it so much. And here I'm trying to even out the damage between all the zombies that are still around. Just, again, so I can maybe get some sparkle hunting credit for killing multiples. 4 at once is pretty good. I don't think this attack is ever going to give you 7 at once. Seven at once is good. You want to go for that if you can. Now, I don't know how the homing range works in conjunction with chainsaw attacks. Because it says pom-poms, so if you're using a combo that starts with a pom-pom attack, you'll close in from a greater distance if you buy the homing power-ups. I don't even remember what they are. Those are sneakers, I think. Send a bunch of zombies flying with a suplex. But yeah, if you start an attack like the horizontal spin from a nice distance, then you can close in on them, cover a lot of ground, and you can do your first couple attacks while you're safe from retaliation. If the zombies hit you in the middle of a lot of your other combos, it'll take you out of them. By the way, ignore anything that I say about good strategy. As you can probably see, I'm not good at strategy of any kind. Especially when it comes to this game. I just do what's fun. And if I get a good enough score to qualify for something, oh well. So now it's Grandma and Grandpa time. And you know what we have to do. You know it. Come on, give me the opportunity. I need to do this. Granny suplex. And the walker just stays right where it is. The downside is the granny doesn't stay down long enough for the suplex to give me an instant kill attack. So I gotta resort to the butt bounce. I don't mind it exactly. It's a fun attack and easy to pull off if you've got the enemy targeted. You can even butt bounce the old man while he's upside down. You're not even hitting him in the head and it stuns him. Like, just put your butt right into his legs. And the final section, you got 3 students, one of them's named, and then you got 3 hazmat guys, and that's it. I'm going around the long way just because I need to get the lollipop. probably not the best way to go. But they're fast. They managed to catch up to me from behind, and they went all the way around the burning wreckage of the helicopter. Yeah, George, I believe one of the zombies named after the masters of the zombie genre, George Romero. Not to be confused with John Romero, I believe, of id Software fame. I hope I've got those the right way around. I'm really good at screwing up names completely. Yeah, I don't have any idea what's happening anymore. I think Juliet is just kind of phasing in and out of existence in various places. It's kind of mesmerizing to watch, which is why I'm kind of light on commentary at this point in the video. I'll admit I asked Kalon to guest quite some time ago. He said he didn't know whether he'd be interested or not. I gotta go for one more sparkle hunting just to see if I could get one, including Jerry, and he was a little out of range. Makes me sad. But it's always fun to fight a group of zombies before their opening quote is even finished. I still can't get an A+. Nope. Hope you enjoyed it, and if this gets posted before the finale, enjoy the finale. If not, hope you like the LP.